Hey, it's your girl Chab, and today I'm coming at you with a makeup 101. Ooh, on all these primers right in front of me, and primers that will work for you, for me, for everybody, your auntie, your mommy, your daddy, your mommy. I said mommy twice. Oh, I don't know. Primers are used to make your makeup last all day, every day, 24/7. If you want it to last that long, but don't do that because you gotta take off your whole face. At the end of the day, do not sleep with your makeup on. I have all these primers right in front of me, and I have different things for different skin types, and all of these are not the same. Faux show. So you have a different skin type, you're gonna have a different primer. I have different things for oily skin, combination skin, dry skin, acne prone skin, things like that. So if you wanna find out what is the right primer for you, then Chab will show you. So let's get started. All right, so first in my list of primers that I have right in front of me, I have mattifying primers, and I have two ones right here. This one is the Makeup Forever Skin Equalizer Mattifying Primer. This is the step 1 primer. And then I also have the Sephora Beauty Amplifier Mattifying H2O Gel Primer right here. Now, both of these are used for oily skin or oily combination skin. And what it is used for is you apply it on the skin and it literally soaks up all your chicken grease. So when you apply it on the face, it pretty much soaks, like I said, soaks up all the oils that are on your face. So for me, usually I have oiliness right along the T-zone right here. So pretty much with the step 1, and I'll put a little bit of the beauty amplifier here. So these right here are a very firm texture. They're not gonna really move. You just need very little. And what you do is you apply directly onto the skin, and pretty much what it does is it eliminates shine. So you rub it in until pretty much all the oils and everything get absorbed, and it leaves you with a dry but hydrated, almost matte finish here. And pretty much anything you apply over top of it will also stick and last long. Otherwise, if the oils are still in your face and you're applying your foundation on top of it, it's going to slip and slide and look shiny at the end of the day. So you definitely don't want that. You definitely want to have a more natural or more matte finish depending on what you're looking for. But these primers I do recommend. All the primers that I'm going to mention here I do recommend because I have tried it in one point of time or another, and they have worked really well for me. So these I would use typically during the spring or the summertime because my skin gets a little bit oily. I am combination skin, so this is two great primers that you can use. So you'll say that is it for that. Next, I have my Tarte Clean Slate Timeless Smoothing Primer right here. Now this primer is good for pretty much every single skin type right here. And what this is like a silicone texture putty right here, as you can see. And what you do is you apply it onto your skin, and what it does is it fills in the pores and it fills in any like fine lines or wrinkles that you want to kind of smooth out, so that way your face is super smooth, super smooth. It is porcelain, it is smooth, there are no lines or anything like that. So pretty much what you do is you scoop some out either on your finger or on a spatula or anything like that, and it is like a very fine silicone texture. And a lot of smoothing primers, they'll have that texture here, and what it'll do, like I said, is it'll fill in any pores. So especially when you get a little bit older, pores start to appear, whether it be on your nose, on your cheeks, anywhere. If you have any fine lines under the eyes or smile lines along the face, or maybe crow's feet, girl, then this is what this is used for. Hashtag not spons. I love this primer here. It is good, especially when I get my little smile lines here, and then sometimes I get a little bit of something here and on my nose. I like to use this stuff because it'll make it smooth, so that way you don't see any of like the crevices and nasty things. This is used for any skin type. So if you have skin that you just want to smooth out and make it look nice and smooth, then this is the primer to use. There are many other primers like this, but this is one that I will highly recommend. Next, so right here I have the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer, and this is the light version. The reason why I like this is not only does it hydrate, but it also mattifies the skin. I don't know how it does that, but it does. It also works well on sensitive skin, and as you know, I have rosacea. I have crazy amounts of redness on my face, and a lot of times you can't see it in the videos because I got a ton of lighting going on right here. So yeah, I try to make myself look super great, super smooth, beautiful, awesome. But this primer definitely helps in my everyday life because it's not too heavy on the skin. It is not going to break me out into any hives, especially when I get hot and everything right along along my jawline in here, I start getting a little bumpy. So with this primer right here, it kind of helps that, because especially when you're putting too much product on your face, it starts to kind of feel heavy and feel nasty and gross. So definitely if you have like acne prone skin, if you have bumps on your skin, or you're just trying to prevent any breakouts, this is a good general primer to use to kind of shield your face from the makeup and all the things like that. You could apply this alone because it has no color to it. I mean, it's white in the tube, but then when you blend it out, it's literally like it's gone. You know what I'm saying? So this is definitely a primer to use if you don't have really like any major problems. But if you have like acne prone skin, or you just want a barrier for your makeup, then this is definitely one to use. And of course, it'll help your makeup last all day. Next. All right, so we have Illuminating primer. So if you feel like your face is a little sallow and dull and things like that, these are the primers to use. So first I have the Smashbox Photo Finish Foundation Primer, and this is the Radiance with hyaluronic acid. This haunts me till this day because I'm like, why did I say hydraulic? It's hyaluronic.
Give you nice
hydraulic what?
Hydraulic acid. It's gonna give you nice glowing skin.
Anyway, so I have this one here, and then I also have Cover FX Illuminating primer base, and this one is just, they're both illuminating primers. And like I said, if you don't have very glowing luminous skin, this is one to use, because especially with the Smashbox primer here, it does have a little bit of that silicone-y texture that will give you nice, you know, pore filling abilities, but it also has kind of like a color to it, a little luminosity to it. So when you apply it to the skin and you apply your foundation on, it's going to make your face look glowy and beautiful and nice. This is definitely a primer that is used for most skin types, but I would say mostly like dry to normal skin. I would say for oily skin, kind of step away from this, just because this particular primer does have hyaluronic acid, and a lot of times people with oily skin would like to stay away from things that make your face look shiny, and this will definitely make your face look a little bit shiny. So that one is the Radiance primer here, and same goes with the Cover FX primer here. I only have a little sample that I got from Sephora with like the point perk system and stuff. This one again definitely is for normal to dry skin, because it'll give you a luminosity. I smelt it, but it's a really nice primer. I used almost all of this right here, because definitely during the winter time, if you have dry skin, this is way to go. So yeah, it'll give you nice glowy dewiness. You probably can't see that on the camera because it's very, very subtle, but putting this under your makeup will definitely help it to look luminous and glowy. Now finally, for the dry skin girls out there, I got you, boo boo. I got two primers right here. So I have the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Oil, and I've been using this a lot daily because my skin, for some reason, for some crazy reason right now, I guess because it's wintertime, but my face is so freaking dry. So this oil has been saving my life, because I'll put this on the skin and then everything else will just come together and look flawless, and it doesn't feel dry like my face is cracking. So girl, this is a lifesaver right here. And then I also have the Too Faced Hangover Replenishing Face Primer right here, and this is almost like a moisturizer, but it leaves like a tacky feeling. It is silicone free, so it's also good for very sensitive skin, and it smells like coconuts. Ew, it's kind of gross. I haven't used it in a while, but it's really nice. So talking about these two primers right here. Now what's good about the Smashbox primer here, it is an oil, okay, but it will not clog your pores, and I think that's great. It comes like a little dropper right here, so it's not going to be messy. You just put a little bit on your hand and then, you know, rub it in and put it on your face, and pretty much it'll give you like a glowing luminosity, kind of like a moisturizer, but it's an oil. And after that, you could just put on your foundation. And with all these primers here, whatever you need, you could make your own little cocktail, mix it up a little bit, apply maybe like the oil in one place and apply everything else on a different part of the face. Definitely when you're using oils, I believe that you should use all of your more watery products first before you use the oil, because oil and water, they do not mix. So if you want everything else to absorb, definitely use the lighter products first, and then you go in and finish it off with the oil. That is my opinion. Otherwise, if you use the oil first and you apply it on the skin, everything else that you put on top of it will not absorb. That's just my little thing right there. That's what I believe in. Correct me if I'm wrong, you can. Then we have the Too Faced Hangover Primer right here. This stuff smells like coconut because it has coconut water in it, but it also says it claims to have electrolytes and probiotics and things like that. I just think it's a good primer because definitely if you have dry skin, this comes in a little pump, but also it is very hydrating and nice and smooth. And when you smooth it onto your skin, it's be looking dewy and beautiful. It smells great. It smells like coconut. Yes, girl. But look how shiny my hand looks right now. That's how your face is gonna be. It has like a nice tacky feeling to it. Definitely feels nice and hydrating. So that way when you put even like your foundation, your powder all over your skin, it is not going to pretty much dry out your skin because you got a nice hydrating sticky primer. So also with the stickiness of the primer, it'll make sure that your face is glued on, which doesn't sound right, doesn't feel comfortable, but it definitely works. It has been proven. All right. So that is all the primers that I have right here. All the products, all of the primers that I have here in my hands right now, I will also link down below in the description. But I love these and I highly recommend all of them. That's the longest I can hold any of this. I highly recommend every single product right here. And again, there are different products for different skin types and some of them may work for you, some of them may not. These are all Chab approved. Thank you. Whatever skins you have, your girl has a primer for that. And hopefully one of these primers here will save the day and make your face look super smooth, last all day, every day, eat a bag of Cheetos, go to bed, wake up, and they be looking flawless still. You know what I'm saying? So if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel and follow me on all these social medias down below right here. And ding ding, hit that notification bell if you want to see Chab do the Chab thing. Chab. Leave a comment down below if you have any questions, what primers have I missed, or what you would like to see next. As always, thank you for watching. Bye. Everybody been asking me, Chab, how? No. Everybody been asking me, Chab, how your face? But it will not crawl. But smooth. Very, you know, glowing. Listen up and listen to the description, and maybe we will know.